What if the biggest storm in your life was actually trying to push you back to your purpose? This is the story of Jonah, a man who tried to run away from God and ended up inside a giant fish. Long ago, there lived a prophet named Jonah. One day, Jonah received a message from God. He was instructed to travel to the great city of Nineveh. Nineveh was known for its violence and corruption. The people had become deeply wicked, and God wanted Jonah to go there and warn them so they might turn away from their evil ways. But Jonah did not want to go. Nineveh was the enemy of his people. In Jonah's mind, they did not deserve a warning. They deserved judgment. So instead of obeying, he made a decision. He ran. Jonah went down to a port and boarded a ship heading toward Tarshish, a distant place in the opposite direction of where he had been sent. He believed that if he traveled far enough, he could escape his mission. But some things in life cannot be escaped. Soon after the ship began its journey, the sky darkened. The wind roared across the sea, and massive waves rose like mountains, crashing violently against the ship. A terrifying storm had begun. The sailors were experienced men of the sea, yet even they were afraid. They cried out to their gods and began throwing cargo overboard to lighten the ship and keep it from sinking. Meanwhile, deep inside the ship, Jonah was asleep. The captain found him and shouted, "How can you sleep at a time like this? Get up and call on your God. Perhaps your God will take notice of us so that we will not perish." The sailors then decided to cast lots to discover who had brought this disaster upon them. When they cast the lots, the result pointed directly to Jonah. They turned to him and demanded answers. "Tell us," they said, "who is responsible for this calamity? Where do you come from? What is your country? Who are your people?" Jonah finally told them the truth. "I am a Hebrew, and I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land. I am running away from him." The sailors were terrified. They asked Jonah what they should do to calm the storm. Jonah gave them an answer they did not expect. "Throw me into the sea," he said, "and the storm will become calm." At first, the sailors refused. Instead, they tried desperately to row the ship back to land, but the storm grew even stronger. Finally, with great reluctance, they lifted Jonah and threw him into the raging sea. The moment Jonah touched the water, something incredible happened. The storm stopped. The roaring winds fell silent, and the sea became completely calm. But Jonah began to sink deeper and deeper into the ocean. And just when it seemed like the end, God sent a great fish. The creature swallowed Jonah whole. For 3 days and 3 nights, Jonah remained inside the belly of the fish. In the darkness of that strange place, surrounded by silence and the depths of the sea, Jonah began to reflect on everything that had happened. He realized that running away only took him deeper into trouble. So Jonah prayed. He admitted his mistake and cried out to God for mercy. And God heard him. After 3 days, God commanded the fish to release Jonah. The great creature swam toward the shore and spit Jonah out onto dry land, soaked, exhausted, but alive. This time, Jonah did not run. He obeyed. He traveled to the great city of Nineveh and began walking through its streets, warning the people that they needed to change their ways. To Jonah's surprise, the people listened. From the poorest citizen to the king himself, the entire city repented. They humbled themselves and turned away from their violence. And when God saw their change of heart, he chose mercy instead of destruction. The city was spared. Now, here is the deeper meaning. The story of Jonah reminds us that we cannot run from our purpose. Sometimes the storms we face in life are not meant to destroy us, but to redirect us. What looks like punishment can actually be protection, just as the great fish saved Jonah from drowning. It also teaches us that true transformation often happens in difficult and quiet moments, and that mercy and compassion are greater than judgment. If this story changed how you see the storms in your life, subscribe to Sacred Depth, because beneath every familiar story, there is always a deeper meaning waiting to be uncovered.